Directions for creating your winter branch. Your name and teacher code on the back. When you're creating your painting, you're going to essentially be making a letter Y and just repeatedly making a letter Y over and over and over again. So you start with a big letter Y and then you put a bunch of little lines to create miniature little letter Ys, and you're going to do some overlapping of those lines, which is okay. This makes it look like our tree branch is much more full of pine needles. You're going to use cardboard to make prints on your paper to create your branch and your pine needles. Start with the brown to create the kind of middle branch part first. And I like to start from a bottom corner and kind of work my way up almost to the top. Neither is touching the top or the bottom. Then I'm going to make them turn into a Y. So like I said, we're making a letter Y. Some of them might be a backwards letter Y or a sideways letter Y. That's totally fine. And they can even go off the paper too if you choose. Now set your brown painty cardboard aside in a tray. You will get a different piece of cardboard for using with green paint, and you're going to use the shorter side, not the longer side, the shorter side. We don't want our pine needles to be quite as long, and you're going to repeat the same kind of process, making more of a Y shape. Your pine needles, along with your branches, are pointing upward. So everything should be pointing up, not down, so away from you, all the way around the brown part of your branch. Everything is kind of pointing up or out. It is not pointing down. And repeat this with them pretty close together. You do have to dip your piece of cardboard quite a bit for this, and do not push hard because then you'll end up with a much wider pine needle than you probably need. You're also going to do some overlapping. Here's a good spot to show you when you're adding the pine needles to branches that are really close to other pine needles. That's okay. You're going to do some overlapping. Once again, kind of turning your paper and making sure that your pine needles point upward. Next, you'll add little berries using a cotton swab, and you're going to gently stamp the cotton swab, and you're going to put little clusters of 3 dots to make it look like a little cluster of 3 berries on your branch. Make sure that you're stamping down on your paper and then lifting the cotton swab straight up so you're not accidentally mixing colors. We want them to stay nice bright red. Then using a different cotton swab, you're actually not going to use the cotton side, you're going to use the wooden side to make smaller dots. That way they're smaller than our berries. And just by gently stamping all over our paper, we can add tiny little snowflakes. At cleanup time, grab some cardboard, slide it under your project, and place it on the drying rack.